6:55 on a still Sunday morning, the start of a perfect day. There's a flat, calm sea, and the world war is over. There's a lighthouse to show you the way. On the western approaches the SS Varvassi, a gentle wave at her bow, with a complement of 39 souls, the captain, the crew, and one cow. I'll just add that this is a song which involves the Needles Lighthouse. I was over on the Isle of Wight some years ago, and I found this story, and I thought it was a terrific story. I will carry on. With a cargo of pig iron bound for Boulogne, and casks of Algerian wine, and the best of it all was beyond all your dreams, and would only be found at the court of the Queen. They were round, they were juicy, a joy to behold, and they shimmered and they glimmered as costly as gold. Wicker baskets of sweet tangerines, wicker baskets of sweet tangerines. Now this story starts in 1947. And at the end of the war, I was born at the end of the war, and there was still rationing, and you couldn't get, there were things that you couldn't get, and fruit was one. It was banned to be, bananas were banned from being imported into the country until we had proper supplies after the war. I shall go on. Now what could go wrong? On this soft dreamy day, a blue sky and a sea of green, but beneath the sea swell, the Needles rocks lay gnashing their teeth unseen. Where was the captain and where was the crew? A pilot boat crosses her bow. The lighthouse keeper gives a siren blast, but the only lookout is the cow. The only lookout was the cow. Now disasters happen in the blink of an eye, a moment of madness they say. 1 second all's well, and the next you're in hell, and it's the end of a perfect day. The SS Varvassi slowly drifts to a halt, as calm and as quiet as you please. But beneath the sea swell, her hull is held fast. She is locked in a vice, and the die it is cast. For a storm is coming which will tear every plate. There's no way she'll avoid what's written in fate. Torn apart from her stern to her bow, and the only lookout was the cow. And the only lookout was the cow. So with a cargo of pig iron bound for Boulogne, and casks of Algerian wine, and something so rare in a war never seen, not even seen by our king or our queen, wicker baskets of sweet tangerines, wicker baskets of sweet tangerines. So what became of the crew, the captain and crew? Well, I'm pleased to say all were saved, but the pig iron and wine were lost to the waves, though the customs men say that's untrue. There was many a drunkard seen on the seashore, scrap iron men all wore new shoes, but the best of it all was beyond all your dreams, and not just for princes and not just for queens. They rolled in and they rolled in on the Solent tides, and they covered the beaches far and wide, from Yarmouth to Midford to Alum they chine. They belonged to the world, they were yours, they were mine. Collected in buckets, collected in pails, they were skimmed from the sea in spinnaker sails, an ocean of sweet tangerines, wonderful sweet tangerines. So with a cargo of pig iron bound for Boulogne, and cask of Algerian wine, they were not just for princes and not just for queens. They were there for us all, us the folks in between. Wicker baskets of sweet tangerines, wicker baskets of sweet tangerines. But some of you here, I can read your thoughts as if you were thinking out loud. Yes, one lonely creature was left to its fate, and I'm sad to say 'twas the cow.
Oh.
The captain. It has been good and hard, and the summer's been so fine. I've taken a trip or two, try and break up the time. I went down to St. Morgan, and I walked along the shore, with the cliffs so high and the gulls cry, I thought of you the more. Wait upon your letters and hang upon their every word. To some this may seem foolish, even absurd, but even I don't fully understand the reasons in my heart, and I couldn't couch them if I wished they got a flying start. Sooner or later you'll arrive, then I will come and meet you, and I'll stay right by your side, by your side. Sooner or later you'll arrive. Now I'm going away for a month or more, working in another town. So if you decide to take a trip, I may not be around. Pull up a chair, throw a log on the fire, and make yourself at home. There's plenty to eat, and there's plenty to read, and there's plenty of coat to roam. Sooner or later you'll arrive, fog's rolling in and the tide's rolling out. Soon you will be here. Time grows less and my life's in a mess. My direction in life isn't clear. Things go wrong, but I'll keep on with this song. One day it may gain applause, the words may change and my voice will be strained, but this song will always be yours. Sooner or later you'll arrive, and I will come and meet you, and I'll stay right by your side, by your side. Sooner or later you'll arrive. This is a song. I've made it into a song. I found this in a book, that I'd kept a diary years ago, back in, when was it? I can't remember, 70 something. I spent about a year in the United States, and I kept a diary, and I wrote a poem, and I just completely forgot about it, and then some years ago, I've lost my plectrum. Oh dear, where's it gone? I've got a bunch here. Do you want a hard one? Can you have a hard one? Oh, you've got it. Oh, okay. Take that one, you might need it. So I found this, and a sort of tune came to it. Very sort of primitive tune. Three chords, 4-chord tune. And then it's about, yeah, so it was a poem, but now it's a song. I've been in New York City on a windy night. I crossed to Staten Island for a dime, and I walked through Central Park with the hustlers and sharks, paid my respects and there's a song in every town from Maine to Mississippi Sound, every corner of a street, a tune to make you tap your feet. I've seen those famous Rocky Mountains high, with snow so deep it flooded out the sky, and my thirst has been assuaged by a glass of Gatorade, and I've eaten all there is to eat on the road. There's a song that comes to mind if you just stop and take the time. San Francisco has its fair share, and New Orleans has songs to spare. New Orleans has songs to spare. I felt the searing heat of desert valleys. I felt the heavy humid southern air. With some friends I saw Las Vegas, but it never really made us find a healthy, wealthy millionaires. There's a wild and windy city that nightly sings the blues. Chicago with its mean streets put a hole in both my shoes. It put a hole in both my shoes. But now it's goodbye to all my friends. In the square the Greyhound waits for me. There still are places that I want to see, like the canyons and the mighty redwood tree. Goodbye to all my friends. The Greyhound, it won't wait all day for me. There still are places that I want to see, but I can't seem to get away from Tennessee. my songs, there's stories that go with it. And this song I think I wrote in about 20 minutes. One night in the flat of a nurse working in London. But she wasn't a girlfriend of mine, she was my best friend's girlfriend. And he sort of was on and off, and I thought she was wonderful. But nothing ever came of it. Her name was Jill. I've actually got a full name here, but I better not mention it just in case there's a lawsuit or something. But Jill, I was amazed at these nurses. They were all student nurses, and the amount of work that they did. And then we would go up and we would take them out for drinks. There were about 3 or 4 of these nurses that my friends we all knew, and just sort of, and they were up for, sort of dancing all night and singing, and then they would come home, go to bed, and then would be up at sort of 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was just amazed. So one night I was on the sofa, sleeping on their sofa on my own. And I woke up and I wrote this song. So it's a simple song, if I can do it. You are the early riser, I never hear you leave. You walk out with your cape wrapped tight. You walk out in the cold grey light, you walk out in the cold grey light that barely hides the trees. The clock is never with you, and I will never understand where you find the time to live, and where you find the time to kiss, and where you find that time to hold love tightly in your hand. The starch upon your dress must harden up your soul. But every night you come home sick, and every night I feel disgrace, when every night I feel your face soft against my own. You are the early riser, won't you stay and keep me warm? But do you hear someone sigh, or do you hear someone cry? Or do you hear someone die? Or do you hear someone say, won't you stay and keep me warm?
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
It's so good. It could have been Hendrix, it could have been Harper, it could have been one of the Stones. But I had breakfast with Presley, you may not believe what you hear. I've been wanting to tell you all this time, I've been wanting to tell you for years. 'Twas a gig somewhere, Bradford or Leeds, so many towns become one. Where are we now? Are we near home? I say we're on the M1. At the Blue Ball Cafe, the midnight breakfast will carry us through to the dawn. But the seats are all taken, my dogs smell the bacon. We're battle weary and worn. Just then came a cry from this ordinary guy. He said, we can shuffle along. There's plenty of room, we can squeeze you in with a spoon, then sing us your latest song. He asked me, was I rhythm or lead, as he stood and he shook my hand. I could have lied, but I replied, I'm the roadie, not one of the band. We talked about music, and we talked about our mothers. We talked about nothing at all. We talked of crop circles and endless rehearsals, but nobody heard but the wall. Time on hold, 2:45, for 2 hours, the greatest of friends. Then the tables were cleared and we all disappeared. He drove off in his Mercedes-Benz. So I had breakfast with Presley. Yes, I had breakfast with Presley. Tom was on hold, a moment of gold, as the hourglass dreamed of its sand. Yes, and I could have lied, but I replied, I'm just a roadie, not one of the band. Now the sun's coming up and the rain's coming down, the hum of the wheels, a new day. The wipers are squeaking and nobody's speaking, rainbows flash in the spray. We are homeward bound, we are kings of the road, and we are running on empty again. And the fuel lights blinking and the diesel is stinking. Is it all worth it for fame? Though it could have been Hendrix, and it could have been Harper, it could have been one of the Stones. But I had breakfast with Presley. You may not believe what you hear. I've been wanting to tell you all this time. I've been wanting to tell you for years. end of the year. Close your eyes, still you can see. Stars are on the inside tonight. I didn't teach you anything you couldn't teach yourself. Did I show you how to make bread? I hope I didn't give you my help. You sing a good song better than me. You can sing the high notes, you don't take after me. If you're very, very lucky, you could do well. Make all the right movements, ring all the right bells. You sing a good song, and you sing it so well. Take a few chances when the road looks like hell. Curtains are drawn, you're as snug as a bug. Cold outside, no longer do you need my hugs. Turn up the light, still you can see. Stars are on the inside tonight. Turn out the light, still you can see. Stars are on the inside tonight. Curtains are drawn, it's safe in here. Snow may be falling, very near the end of the year. Close your eyes, still you can see. Stars are on the inside tonight. I found this wasn't a song, I think it was a poem, and which was written by B. B was living in Portugal at the time, I think, that you wrote this. You'll probably say, oh, this is wrong. She was living in a shipping container, is that right? Living on in a shipping container on a beach in Portugal.
No, it was on a hill.
It was on a hill.
It was a
all
laundry
right.
shipping container.
No, it was an ordinary.
No, it was filled with laundry.
It was filled with laundry as well. So there you go. I've got more for my story next time. And anyway, yes, B was living there and obviously writing lots of things. And this was a song, I don't know if you just threw this away or discarded it. And it was a poem. And I just thought it was, I found it. It was sort of tossed to one side. And I thought this was great. But I don't really understand what it's about. I call it the Homesick Lullaby. So this is B's song, my melody. and now I'm going to ruin it. Let's see, maybe how does it start? We live to eat biscuits. Oh, sorry about that. I'm still detuned. Is that right? Oh no, it was right. You also have to have a bit of this. I used to go and see John Martin a lot, and he would spend hours retuning his guitar and breaking strings, and loads of swearing. Lots of swearing, but I won't do that. What am I doing? What am I doing?
Use the tuner.
Hmm?
Use the tuner.
I am using the tuner. Oh, that's better.
This should be the intro to the song.
I better keep the song alternatively going. That's better. Yeah, we've got the right harmonica. Okay. Okay, so the homesick lullaby. We live to eat biscuits and drink sweet tea. We'll be what we will be. We'll do what we will do. I've had all my runaround years, as will you, as will you. As will you. We listen to the rain on this old tin roof, called out to the night, give us some proof. We live for some purpose, not just to be free, nor just to eat biscuits and drink sweet tea. I'm in my pajamas, it's the afternoon. My sister and I, for some reason, are laughing at a spoon. We live to eat biscuits and drink sweet tea. We'll be what we will be. We'll do what we will do. We've had all our runaround years, as will you, as will you. I look down at my arms, I am 8 years old. I'm at the bottom of the stairs, and there's no one to hold.
Hooray!